Hi, and welcome back to day 2 of the Scaleup Impact Summit. I'm Catherine, your host for this morning. We're really excited to have you join us today for round 2 of the startup pitches. So today we'll be hearing from 14 different startups in the Web3, FinTech, and Industry 4.0 space. And the format of the session will be a 5-minute pitch followed from the startups, followed by Q&A. So first we have Steve from Metaversity, based in Hong Kong. So Metaversity helps users gain the knowledge they need to thrive in the Web3 community. Steve, are you ready?
I am.
Good morning. So happy to start whenever you are. Feel free to share your screen.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You gonna start the clock or?
Yep, starting now.
Okay, all right. Hi, everyone. My name's Steve Safarowick. I'm with a company called Metaversity. We are affiliated with another company well-known in Hong Kong called Accelerate, and that is part of the beginning of our story. So over the last 6 years or so, at Accelerate, we've been training thousands of learners in top Industry 4.0 skills, including data science, machine learning, software engineering, user experience, and now we're entering cybersecurity and blockchain. We've been working with over 500 companies alongside training these companies, and also they have been hiring our graduates who come from our program. We have achieved 5 million US annual run rate over the last few years. And I need to be clear that the Metaversity is an evolution of our company. It is a separate entity, but it is an evolution. So Accelerate has always been geared around outcomes, which means that people take our courses to get a job. They don't just take courses usually to learn skills. They either want to upgrade their career with new skills so they can get advancement in their current job, or they want a brand new job. But one thing that we found many years ago that was very difficult to adjust to was the concept of a CV. That is that when students graduate from a boot camp or any other tertiary education platform, it's really difficult for hiring parties to understand what the students actually know. Other than a portfolio, a CV really just tells you what you've done, or I can write anything that I want on my CV. So this is where in the future, there's a few problems that this is going to lead to, because there aren't many programs for adult learning after college. We're looking to see a global talent shortage by 2030 of 85 million people. More importantly, we're looking at unrealized revenue of 8.5 trillion. Another issue, which you may be aware of, but isn't at the forefront of your mind, is, in today's TikTok generation, the way that users interact with content has changed, not only social media content, but learning content as well, which sort of changes the way they approach learning and generating new skills. So we're not looking like we're coming to a time where we're going to have a boost in advanced skill training anytime soon. And another major problem we have right now is people just don't want to work in traditional working environments, albeit remote or any other form. The way people interact with work has changed as well. So we have found a solution that takes into consideration Web3. This is what we call proof of skill or on-chain credentials. So basically, on-chain credentials are the bridge between Web 2 and Web 3 in terms of the CV. What a company would do, for example, is they will sponsor a learning journey. And with that learning journey, the content will be tailored to their needs, basically what they're looking to hire or who they're looking to hire. We train them. And when the users graduate from the programs, they earn on-chain credentials. Now, these are NFTs containing metadata that include all of the skills that the user has acquired through the learning journey and their assessments, which comes to a very fun Web3-esque profile that we've all come to know and love in the modern age. So there are multiple tracks. There are tracks for casual learners that could just learn skills on the fly and earn NFTs. And there are tracks for serious learners that can learn NFTs that would apply to their CV, but they also can learn Ethereum or Bitcoin from these learning journeys as well. And I'll get to that in a minute. So this is basically the learning journey. Users become curious, they engage with the content just as you was Coursera, but it's a lot more fun than Coursera or Udemy. It's a lot more gamified. We don't really want tokens to be in huge circulation, but we do want to be able to give some of the revenue we generate back to users. So users who partake long learning journeys are able to earn some Bitcoin or Ethereum to motivate them to learn more. And they are obviously working towards NFTs and on-chain credentials that will build the CV of the future. In turn, because this is so gamified and fun, a combination of LearnFi, GameFi, SocialFi, we expect to have long-term customer value because it's going to basically create a funnel, a loop, which is going to engage users to take more courses. So the learning journey never really ends. These are some examples of some of the learning journeys that we've put together over the last year or so. So just going to companies and finding real problems that they actually have and reverse engineering to turn them into course materials. How this works, why this works, I'm sorry, evangelization. So Gen Z and millennials expect a different kind of work. They expect a different kind of learning content, right? So we're looking to engage them. A lot of companies are looking for an opportunity to modernize and break into Web3 in a way that's a little bit more organic to what their target markets are actually looking for. So we see a lot of companies trying to make an awkward transition to Web3. So this is more natural. And what we're really trying to do is build a modern consolidated talent acquisition funnel for a lot of these companies, which saves a lot of costs in recruitment and turnover rates. So once again, we're looking at just taking user profiles and gamifying them in a way that hiring partners, recruiters, or their peers can actually track what I've learned through my on-chain credentials. So once again, it's on the blockchain, it's public, but I do own them, and there is no inherent value in selling them because it is soul-bound to myself. Of course, we understand that this needs to be fun first, so we've baked in a lot of gamification mechanics that drive users to log in on a daily basis, daily quests, boosters, mystery boxes, etc., that can increase your earning potential, or of course your rewards for NFTs and other cosmetic profile enhancements. The business model is very, very simple. We've been doing this on Web 2 for years, and now it's time to bring it into Web 3. We get revenue from companies that want to hire or train candidates. We take 70% of that, and 30% of the revenue goes back into the treasury so that we can release them as earnings for our learners. This is the core team of Accelerates. So once again, we've been working together for over 5 years. This is a project of an evolution of our project. We have a fantastic advisory panel of rock stars is always the key word. And that's it from me for now. So once again, feel free to reach out to me for any details on the funding raise, or the funding round, or any other specifics. Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much, Steve. So our first question for you. So I just wanted to dig more into the competitive landscape. You've mentioned Coursera and a couple of others. What's your view on how the competitive, landscape for online learning, particularly in Web3, will change over the next few years?
Yeah. So there's no platform that's doing on-chain credentials well. I guess you can kind of look at this as a LinkedIn of the future if you have to put your mind to something. I think LinkedIn has grown in such a way that it's really out of touch with Gen Z and millennials. It's really become some other beast, right? It's more about sort of getting your message out there and getting attention, more so it is demonstrating your actual skills, or a way for people to actually trace your skills. I don't think it's a platform that people actually would look to for enjoyment, and the skill learning aspects of LinkedIn are very cut and dry, basically just watching videos a la Udemy or Coursera or anything else. So at this moment, nobody has really tackled a gamified Web3 learning experience that actually makes sense for companies and learners. There are other platforms that are trying. You can look at companies like Layer 3 or another one that's Rabbit Hole, for example, but those are actually geared towards building the user base of other Web3 platforms, which we know the market isn't really thriving right now. So we're trying to stay away from, pardon my French, shitcoins and all these other small things that haven't been working out over the last year. We really want to build a stable long-term company that uses the best of blockchain technology and Web3, and that just doesn't exist right now.
Okay, great. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And it does seem like Metaversity has a competitive edge in the space for sure. I also wanted to know, what is your most popular course so far?
Oh, well, we have a very, so our most popular course over the years has been our data science and machine learning course. So we turn out a lot of talent that have gotten hired. We have a 95% placement rate for all of our courses at Accelerate. But the most exciting course I'm looking forward to that will likely utilize this technology is a course we're doing in tandem with PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers. It's a cybersecurity course. Graduates of the program are guaranteed a job offer at PwC as part of their cybersecurity program, and they also get a badge that entitles them to solve bounties on their bounty program for companies all around the world. So that is probably one of the most exciting use cases we have coming up starting October.
Great, great. That sounds really exciting indeed. Well, thank you, Steve, so much for your time today. For those who want to learn more about Metaversity, please do feel free to log into the SAS website where you'll be able to see more details about them. Thank you again.
Thank you.
So next up, we have Sharon from Colorverse. So Colorverse is a creator economy social fi platform based in Malaysia, and they're helping creators and fans transition from Web 2 to Web 3. So lots of really exciting stuff happening there. We'll just move Sharon into the room now. Hi, Sharon, how are you?
Hello, hi, fine. Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
Great, great. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Yes.
The format of this pitch will be 5 minutes from you, followed by Q&A. So for whenever you're ready, feel free to start and share your screen.
Yeah, so I can share screen now, yeah.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So I can start now, okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sharon from Colorverse, and I will be presenting to you what is the Colorverse today. The reason why to have a Colorverse idea, because we saw the challenging towards creator and fans face in Web2, where the creator effort is not well paid, because social media platform capture the most of the revenue. And the social media algorithm, which creator lack of control, so they spend much of the time and resources to build up their own fan base. All we know, Metaverse is a trend, but for the individual creator, it's hard to step in due to lack of resources and knowledge. So now we aim to solve this pain point with the Colorverse. We are using blockchain technology to empower creator economy in Web3 for the creator and fans to socialize, engage, and be rewarded. Means both creator and fans can build up and grow their community together through Colorverse feature provided. First, we provided NFT gated video platform to let creators set up VIP video for the NFT holder to engage. Second, implement the action to earn token model. The creator can earn instantly by their contribution rather than build up in the long term. Third, empower the creator to unleash their creativity in Decentraland as well as expanding their income source through event. First, look into the NFT gate video platform. Creator can easily to develop and set up different monetization options in simple way and start to get paid by fans. We provide the NFT Launchpad to help the creator to launch their NFT collections, supported by our end-to-end technology and marketing service. Means that they can sell their own NFT in their channel. Highlighted that we support the Visa Master Payment, let their friends easy to buy their NFT collections. NFT launch in Colorverse is not just a PFP. We empower creator NFT with its own utility, such as NFT holder can unlock the VIP video in creator channel, or NFT as an entry pass, holder can join the creator Metaverse event exclusively. Second, Colorverse rewards the user in the new approach to solve the problem of unfairness. With the action to earn model, the activeness of the platform will be rewarded with our token Popcorn, which generated by blockchain. Action to earn model motivates more users to contribute by rewarding qualified action in our platform, such as creator can upload the popcorn by uploading video, invite or share. Fans can earn popcorn by tipping, comment, participate, Metaverse event, etc. Both creator and fans can spend popcorn in our platform to get exclusive privilege or trading in the exchange. Third, we are building the Colorverse Tower in the Decentraland with futuristic and eye-catching design. That is an entertainment building that and get ready with performance stage, radio studio, chill bar, private room for the creator to create different creativity with fans there. With all facilities we provided, users can hassle-free to enjoy the Metaverse experience. We also provide a unique motion capture technology, which is a partner with the Oxford University professor, which means creators can build their own avatar, movement, or dancing pose to enhance their performance in the Metaverse. Through our product and service, we build up the ecosystem for the creator and fans. That's help them to form a deeper and long-lasting relationship by utilizing our platform. Recently, we launched our beta versions. Here is some performance figure we would like to share. We have the 77 creator channel in our platform with the 612 video been uploaded and got the 2,745 registered user. Also, creators start to leverage Colorverse to create their NFT projects and Metaverse event. Now, we are collaborating with a different creator to show different business opportunity, including the online radio station, senior, celebrity, and the BAYC holder to inspire another creator to understand more Web3 economy. Here is our revenue model. Existing income is from the platform transaction fee and the metaverse revenue fee. In the future, we will have an advertising model to let brands to do advertising targeting those creator and fans community. And the advertising revenue we share to those community as well. We also hold certain token as our treasury because demand and supply, our token value as expected increase over time. That is also our income. Thanks of our team effort, we are funded by Hong Kong Tech 300 Angel Fund Program in this year. Here is our partnership list, including Web2 and Web3 institutions, and leverage their resources to going up now. That is my presentation today. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sharon. It was really exciting to hear about Colorverse and all the different products in your roadmap. So the first question for you today is, what is the current stage of all the different products that are under development, and when can we expect the next part to launch?
Yeah, you say that we just launched the beta version, and then we have the user to use it, the basic feature. Let's say creator can share their video and engage to their user, and also can launch the NFT. And then upcoming feature, we will enhance the community feature, such as fans can propose voting and then can discuss in our platform. So also we will launch our token. So action to earn model will be launched in the Q4 as well.
Okay. So Q4 is when we can
Yes.
Exciting.
Yeah.
And which blockchains is your product planning to support?
Oh yeah, we support the multi-chain. Now we develop on the Ethereum and the Polygon, and also we participate in the Polygon Summer Hackathon, and the result will be announced in the 14th of September. Yeah.
Okay, super exciting. And then maybe just one more question from me. Yep. Can you tell us more about what was your inspiration to start Colorverse? Like, what's the reason behind
Yeah, because actually my background is doing the entertainment industry. It's about movie ticketing, so that's why I like the content. So I think content is king, but I found that in our presentation, we found that the content creator, their effort is not well paid because we are dominated by some social media platform. So that's why I would like to help the creator, because I think that it is a loop. If a creator got more resources, they can support their life, they can produce more qualified content. Otherwise, they will just, because of life, because of need to more money, they will produce not quality content. So that's why I would like to help those creators can have a financial independence, and then can create more entertainment to the world, because nowadays we need more fun. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Well, that all makes sense. Thank you so much, Sharon, for joining us today. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.
Thank you. So while we wait for our next picture to join, I also just wanted to share that more details about our main event today. So today we actually have 3 stages. We have the startup pitches, which you're watching now. We have the main stage, but today we'll also have a venture stage. So do tune into that online. And we'll just be taking a quick break now. Hi everyone, welcome back to these startup pitches. So I'd love to introduce everyone to Anne Yong from OneChain. So OneChain is a Hong Kong-based blockchain company specifically focusing on the marketing industry. So Anne, whenever you're ready, please feel free to go ahead and start your 5-minute pitch. Anne, I think you may be on mute.
Yeah. Can you see the screen now or?
Yep. No, sorry, we can hear you. We can't see your screen.
All right. Okay. Everything's good now here now? Sorry. All right.
We still can't see your screen. You might just need to full screen it from your side. Oh, yep, we can see you now.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yep. So this is my second time to be here, and I'm here to showcase my startup, which is called OneChain Consortium, and which is a blockchain-based martech company. And our mission is to become the Hong Kong's first most representable consortium blockchain that across multiple industry and brands. And regarding to the technology, our focus is on the consortium blockchain. And first of all, for every startup, before every startup, there's some real problem that we realize to resolve. This is the current Hong Kong blockchain market situation. We all encounter similar problem like the hassle of using crypto, and we are facing the risk that the limitation of the regulatory by Hong Kong, and we don't know when we will follow the path of mainland China legal system, and also indeed the frustration of gas fee and the risk insecurity, because most blockchain solution in Hong Kong, they are public based and they allow everyone to access, and indeed about the transaction cost and the slow efficiency problem. So here this is about my focus on the solution. We offer a totally entirely crypto-free blockchain solution and without any hassle of the gas solution, and this is permission-based, so it's protective of very sensitive privacy data, and we ensure the transaction cost and the efficiency is relatively efficient and high, and most important, our consensus mechanism is based on proof of authority. So if you are all aware that most public blockchain, they are very energy consuming, they have the concern in against the environmental protection. So our consensus mechanism, which is proof of authority, will ensure we are the most sustainable blockchain, and that we have the least energy consumption of our blockchain running. And this is more the tech part about the architectural system of a blockchain. So about consortium blockchain is something in between private and public, and which means it's partially decentralized and partially centralized. And for the decentralized part, and we are inviting a lot of multiple brands to join our blockchain as a node, and we recommend each of them to at least join 1 or 2 nodes to ensure the network liveness. And this is the decentralized part. And when we move forward to the centralized, this free our mainstream service from blockchain service, which we call BaaS, and to off-chain and front-end applications, and then which the centralized and our major service to our enterprise. And indeed, all the privacy are fully protected based on our mechanism. And upcoming our major products that we feature, first of all, we have our cross-chain entity smart contract maker, and we are very well aware that most enterprise, they are facing the problem like if they want to mint an NFT, or what they want to launch their own NFT project, there's so much going on. And if they use our platform, we call it kind of the middle layers, and they don't need to use wallet, or they don't need to pay crypto or gas fee. Just use our very user-friendly platform, our API, and then allow them to create their own NFT campaign in just very few steps, and no crypto needed. And it's a cross-chain basis. And indeed, every recognized blockchain would have their own explorer, like what we call it blockchain scan. And indeed, we have developed our own blockchain scan as well. And it's in all the data in our blockchain is in very searchable formats, and make sure that you have your right to verify the ownership of your NFT. And the NFT will be presented in visual formats too, because we realize in most public blockchain scanner, all the data are just in token basis, and it's not reader friendly for most users. So this is what we are trying to resolve here. And indeed, we have our own marketplace. So I know in the market, there's so many NFT marketplace already, but our platform, we emphasize on the cross-chain minting service and crypto-free solution, and we ensure that our customer would enjoy the most flexible and affordable NFT solution through our platform. And yeah, it is most of our target clients, literally all industry sectors would be our customer, and then and we target mostly to the marketers. And we would say this the direct competitors would be AWS, N-Chain by Alibaba, and GC Chain by Tencent. And here comes with our comparative advantage. And first of all, we are the first Hong Kong blockchain-based solution company that based in the marketing technology. And we are one of the very few which offer cross-chain, which means both private and public chain. And indeed, we have very simple governance structure, like compared to AWS, our internal governance structure is much simpler, and we are very adaptable and flexible to adapt based on our clients' requests and needs. And indeed, the final one is feel very affordable, like and scalable, like from five digit budget or Hong Kong dollars to 6 or 7, we all can do it. And it is our strength compared to those very recognized big vendor in the market. And this is our final slide about our revenue model, and we enjoy a very wide scope of revenue model from B2B and B2B2C. So on top of the BaaS and off-chain development service, we also would receive a regular retainer network fee service from the corporate that will join our node and still enjoy a very affordable blockchain solutions. And indeed, for B2B2C, well, NFT is the hip demand in Hong Kong, and that's what we are doing too. But compared to other NFT solutions, we also do e-commerce NFT platform. And that is quite a rare service from other vendors for now. And that's it for my pitch, and feel free to raise up any questions. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Anne. We're really, really happy to hear your pitch again. So our first question from the audience is, so your business has gone through a pivot since the last time we heard from you. Can you tell us more about what's driven that pivot to focus on this slightly different market opportunity?
Yes, last one, we focus on the One Love chain, and then we would consider this is one kind of one of our product that under our core service, core technology. So One Love chain is based on a private chain service and more focused to B2C. And then we realize based on our market experience that everything come from top to the bottom, like we done a lot of education, and then we want to basically we built our business model, and we want to be the next Ripple in Hong Kong, and one of the most recognized blockchain network in Hong Kong across marketing industry. And as long as we raise up and more awareness and more we strengthen our branding, then definitely more business and brands and B2C users will join our network and enjoy our service. So One Love chain we are still running, but it's just one kind of project under our core technology. Yes.
Okay, understood. And also you've taken us through a lot of really exciting features today that are coming up for OneChain. Can you tell us which one, if you had to pick one, you're most excited about launching?
Well, I would say the cross-chain NFT maker, and then this is one of I'm quite confident that we are one of the first. We're quite the first to offer this API platform for our enterprise, because for most other vendor who do blockchain solution, indeed they have a very rich team of blockchain developer, and then they help our client to do NFT campaign from scratch. But we literally provide our own product, and then we charge a very low retainer fee, and then they are freely to mint the NFT on a cross-chain platform that with very affordable price and with enjoy highly level of freedom, that they can do everything on their own, and literally they can skip our involvement during this process. Everything will be automatic and allow other enterprise, and indeed they will skip their hassle of going through the regulatory and compliance, because there's nothing related to crypto and gas fee and wallet during this NFT process. I believe this is our key feature product that we know for the market. Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Anne, for joining us today. Really enjoyed seeing you again and hearing you pitch about your changes, about the changes in the business for OneChain. So thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
So up next, we have a company actually joining us from Mongolia. So Hanu Web3. We're really excited to have them join us today. Deji, are you ready? Hello, welcome. Really nice to see you again. Welcome back to SIS.
Thank you so much.
So whenever you're ready, feel free to start.
Okay, and then I'm gonna start sharing my screen. Is it all right? You're seeing?
Yep, all good. Great.
Okay. So it all started 250 million years ago. And then there was a Pangaea, which is a supercontinent, and it existed, but it also ended. But its ending point was another starting point, 7 continents, and everything was all new. And then this eliminating process is full of information, yet so irrational. So we're just random, 5 geeks calling all the geeks to buy our NFTs. My slide shares this. And so we're just random 5 geeks calling all geeks to come together and buy our NFTs. So maybe that's why we need some angel investor to make this business work, So we started as a panther, and then under the slogan of history is hype. And then we wanted to build a tomb in the metaverse. And then we, of course, wanted to do some digging in archaeology science, and then do some also scientific research. But at the end of the day, we just wanted to build a game to attract people and, just spread all the knowledge about history. It's all about science. It was all it. And then also we just wanted to give everybody once in a lifetime chance to unravel the mystery to previously never seen relics from ancient empires. And then our starting point was Shunyu, which we call Hunnu Empire. And then we just wanted to raise history, science awareness. And then we did a manga storyline, and everything was going smooth. And then we achieved the community of Discord group, Twitter, Instagram group as of today. And then also we did amazing partnerships and collaborations. We even collaborated with Mongolian Academy of Sciences, Institute of History and Technology. And then we even got a DM from Jason Derulo. That was like a crazy moment. And then we also established our fundamental sales channel. That was a really good impetus for us to do it. And then in this summer, we did an expedition in Mongolia, Arhanga province. We did 3, almost 4 archaeological events this summer. And then it was really overwhelming experience for our team to attend a real life archaeological event. And then specifically for modern people, for me, for example, I'm a Gen Z person. And then we really don't know what happened in the past. Even some of us really don't care at all. We're just so focused in the future, what is happening, what's gonna happen. And then we're so excited about the future, but what about the past, So even we don't care, the history itself attracts our attention, specifically in the game area, or even the knowledge and science, everything gets our attention somehow. And then we were, motivated to dig down deeper and deeper. And then, but it was somehow incomplete. And then we were feeling it was like missing something. And then we were getting all the information from the world history. And then there was really interesting a rocket picture in the Egypt history. And there was also dimensional gate in the particle. So we got one question: what if? What if the real history repeats itself again and again? We even invented the rocket in the past, and then now we're trying to get again a rocket. So somehow history repeats itself. So it was really interesting because my major is financial management, and then in order to predict the future, we do calculation on the past statistics, So we were really triggered, and then we were just all into information. Maybe internet information can be changed by anyone, anytime, but blockchain is a solution to keep information, just like ancient library of Alexandria that I'm in right now. This is the ancient library of Alexandria. And then this was the one center or universe point that was collecting all the information in the world. So we want to build the Alexandria city in the metaverse now. So our ecosystem could be looking like this. So our core is information, knowledge, and then we're all going to gather together as geeks. Maybe you could be an Einstein in the metaverse, and then that's really interesting, right? And then we're going to come together, and then we're going to dig information, and we're going to do an ecological events, and we're going to do some scientific research all together. And then we have even contacted with a Yale University professor, and then he was really excited about this project. And then he just wanted to tie down the past and the future in the metaverse. And we're going to do research, and we're going to relive all histories in the metaverse. And after all this research and hard work, we're going to build an e-learning ecosystem in the metaverse with really interesting historical background. And this is our first gathering point, tomb in the metaverse. And then if you're a geek enough to find out where it is, join us. And then we will be more than happy to welcome you aboard. And the financials, in order to make this everything in real life, we need $1 million. And then we did our NPV analysis. And then we forecasted our value based on our future cash flows. And then that was $0.8 million USD. And then we are promising IRR of 63%. And then discount payback period is 15 months. And as of today, we spent about like $200K USD to reach at this point. And then we need an investor's leverage to become an international geeks, and activate your neurons with us. And then also, again, if you're enough geek to join us, it's your puzzle to solve, and that's it. And if you have any question about us, it's welcome.
Perfect. Thank you so much, DG. I was really excited to hear about the Web3 and metaverse developments over in Mongolia, and super incredible to learn about your archaeological expeditions that you did over the summer. This definitely fits in with our universe meets metaverse theme.
Yes.
Can you tell us more for the first question about what's your brand vision for Hunu? Like, what are some of your goals, and how do you see the company over the longer term?
So our goal was just, dig down the history first, but now we just want to learn together and then get to know the past, and then also deliver those interesting themes and then all those visuals in the metaverse. So people can learn with their visuals, and also in the metaverse, they can feel it, is it as like real? So that's our like ultimate goal. We want to build a metaverse learning environment altogether. And then all the information must be accountable, all assured, and that's that.
Great. And then if you had to share one message with our audience today, generally about your company and the competitive landscape over in Mongolia, what would you say?
Pardon, can you please repeat the question? Sorry.
If you wanted to share some views on the landscape for Web3 over in Mongolia, what would you say?
Mongolians are so eager to, join the metaverse right away, but we're just, finding our own ways to join it. And then people are, I think, all doing that now. And we're so excited about it. And I think more than 100%, we're so confident that metaverse would dominate the tech world. Maybe in just 5 years, 2 years, I don't know, but we're super excited about it, and maybe we could be the pioneer in it.
That sounds great. Well, hopefully next time you'll actually be able to join us in person at SAS. We'd really love to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So we'll just be taking a really quick break now. So please stay tuned for the rest of the startup pitches. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Startup Pitches at SIS. So for our next startup, we have Amit here from Augment Wealth, a Hong Kong-based fintech. For those who are in person here in Hong Kong today, please do come and visit their physical booth on level 2. Amit, are you ready? I think you might be on mute.
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see your screen as well. So for whenever you're ready, please do feel free to start your 5-minute pitch.
Okay, great. Thank you everyone for making the time. Augment means to grow, and we aim to do just that. We are an ETF-only platform that aims to help clients grow their wealth and save them time. It's run by professional asset managers that use big data analytics and quant methods to extract signals. This we use to kind of provide actionable insights and high-performance investment strategies for our clients. We use a simple and intuitive interface to deliver the big picture simply and instantly. This is delivered via our platform using a powerful data analytics engine, and we aggregate and analyze information pertaining to investor sentiment, flow of capital, to arrive at what's hot and what's not. This, we think, solves an essential pain point for clients struggling to absorb and analyze vast amount of information. We intend to democratize systematic institutional investing, providing high alpha, 5 to 8% annually in our live environments at very low fees. We combine our vast professional experience with cheap computing power to build our machine learning investment engine. The engine comprises our in-house top-down macro model combined with big data to produce high-performance strategies. The model learns and retains monthly to adapt to changing environments. We've been running the strategies live for about a year and are able to back that claim. The strategies are liquid, transparent, and highly scalable. We think focus on smart beta strategies will deliver alpha and is in marked contrast to existing more passive approach by current robo-advisors. We think our strategies, which are systematic and risk management, will deliver superior returns, as can be seen in the chart below. Through our platform, we want easy access to market information and analysis for everyone. Using a part of the same credible engine that we have, investors can get insights across a wide variety of assets instantly. Our data-backed approach removes biases and discretion. We aim that in 3 clicks, you can get a visually intuitive insight across various sectors, industries, and countries to understand what's hot, what's not. We also think a combination of systematic data-driven insights and CIO-based human insights can drive more robust decision-making for clients. And we provide both on the platform. In addition, the platform also serves to increase customer engagement by highlighting key shifts in investor behavior and insights into clients' portfolios, making the platform ideal to serve the needs of high net worth individuals. Our distribution strategy is in line with varying client preferences. Clients can have preferences for individuals have different preferences, private banking clients have different preferences, and so are institutional. The nature of the strategy is quite institutional, and what we do is have 3 distinct platforms on which we apply the we apply the investment strategy, which is for institutions, we have a Hong Kong-based fund. For private banking clients, we have an AMC note, which is a certificate issued by Julius Baer. And for individual clients, we have an Interactive Broker managed account that we run in partnership with Interactive Brokers. And we understand that by providing these three platforms, clients can actually use and invest based on their preferences. The platform itself can be subscribed through Interactive Brokers' third-party collaboration, and it's available worldwide. Our core expertise remains investment management, and we are happy to explore white labeling or investment advisory opportunities with institutional investors. The high net worth population is increasing in Asia, and their needs are complex and varied. They need advice, insights, and strong investment performance. We think our quant and data-backed approach towards advice, insights, and investments is well suited to serve this large cohort and their needs. We can see the institutional side is eager to partner with us. Both Julius Baer and Interactive Brokers are on board with us. And the approach can appeal to individuals as well as family offices. Growth is what Augment needs. And what we are looking for is runway to be able to expand our visibility, our systems updated, and focus on challenges at hand, which are relating to education of the clients, onboarding and regulatory issues, and manpower, hiring manpower. Thank you. I'm happy for questions.
Great, thank you so much, Amit. So our first question from the audience is, how does Augment Wealth differentiate itself from other robo-advisors out there?
That's a great question. I think there are two ways that we distinguish ourselves. One is that our platform encompasses different value-added services. So we add, market information and analysis, which is different from what other robo-advisors do. We like to be engaged with the customer in terms of trying to give them insights into what's happening in the market, insights into their portfolio itself. We also provide news, and we are a very specific ETF-only platform. So we have, no retrocession, which comes from mutual funds, or we don't advise funds specifically. So our revenue method is essentially more subscriber-based, and we are independent advice and insights platform. For the investment side, we always believe in creating more alpha and high performance, and most robo-advisors will have to kind of, address that challenge at some point of time as clients become more discerning and move away from distribution to higher performance. Access is now passé. Everybody has access to almost all products, and where we distinguish ourselves is our investment engine, which has been proven and credible and is able to deliver high performance, and that's where we will attract more clients.
Okay, understood. And then also with all the various financial products out there, why has Augment chosen to focus solely on ETFs for now? And is there a plan in the future to move to various other products?
It's a great question. The reason why we chose ETFs is, firstly, the discretion level in ETFs is extremely low. So the fund manager's choice of selection within the ETF is solely dependent on choosing the best equities or best fixed income, etc., and include them in their ETFs. So we leave the selection to a person whose focus is actually to just maintain benchmarking. What we are doing effectively is just kind of allocating within the ETFs, leaving the selection itself to the clients. Now, with regular mutual funds, there's a lot of discretion biases and selection biases with portfolio managers, and we wanted to get rid of that. So that's one reason why we choose ETFs. Second thing is, ETFs are becoming really popular for a very simple reason. You need less research to get into investing ETFs. They're very well diversified. It's easy to build portfolios based on them. They have less risk and less volatility, and then can be traded all day long, just like a stock. So it's fractional, it's easily tradable and access and liquid. And we feel that from a fiduciary point of view, we would advise clients on ETFs, which essentially, are the most liquid and cost-efficient way of getting exposure to the market.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Amit, for joining us. And as I mentioned earlier today, Augment Wealth are on level 22 today of the Executive Centre in Hong Kong if you're coming in person. So please do visit them and meet the team. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So we'll be taking a break for the next 15 minutes now, but I just wanted to point out some really exciting talks happening on the venture stage and main stage. So on the venture stage at the moment, we have ESG meets Web3, and on the main stage, we have recession, stagflation, and beyond. Where is the world heading economically? So tune in if that's of interest. And I also wanted to thank our sponsor, Google for Startups. So see you in 15 minutes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Scaleup track. As of now, we have an amazing lineup remaining for the rest of the day. We'll be starting with NewFast. We have Agnes with us from NewFast. So NewFast is an AI video interview enterprise SaaS, digitalizing the first round of interview and evaluating the person job fit of applicants in 9 Asian languages in around 8 markets. So Agnes, I'll leave you the floor. Maybe you can tell us a bit more about NewFast as well as your product. Thank you.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to the Scale Up Impact Summit. My name is Agnes Wan, co-founder and CEO of NewFast. We are enterprise SaaS B2B solution provider providing a multilingual device AI for recruiters, enterprises, MNCs, even startups. The problem of hiring, as everyone probably have experienced as a startup founder or as a department head, would be costly, time consuming, and the hardest part, of course, is to take away your unconscious bias when you select your candidates. And our vision is to empower business and Gen Z with a scientific, evidence-based diversity recruitment in the digital space. Our track record includes that we have acquired clients including Carlsberg and partners including SAP and Oracle. We are now listed in SAP Store and Oracle Marketplace. We also launched our patent pending debias AI, which debias due to the fact that we take away personal identifiable information from video recordings submitted by job candidates. We are trusted by 180 employers and recruitment firms, saving them 80% of the cost. And so we have interviewed 70,000 candidates with reliability of 91%. We also have collected spoken words of 10 million, including English, Cantonese, and Mandarin, and other Asian languages like Vietnamese and Thai, and coming now is Japanese with 91% of F1 classification accuracy. And we are now also listed in the Hong Kong Smart Government Lab. It's very easy for recruiters to set up interviews on our platform. It takes 10 minutes to select the criteria and the structured interview questions on our database. And once they can then send mass email and SMS to candidates, and we will have our human avatar who will conduct the one-way recorded video interview without human intervention, saving employers a lot of time screening tens of thousands of candidates. And the best part is that our validated AI model will achieve 91% reliability for selecting the job candidate for you automatically with 95% candidate ranking match. So when we talk about bias, we talk about a lot of things around gender, age, and ethnicity, documented very well by the academic. And now we have this patent, which is filed with the US Patent Office. Basically, it takes away the name, gender, even skin color for ethnicity, so that the human multimedia submitted through the online platform would comply to personal data privacy, as well as protecting enterprise data on cloud.
This is Mark.
So for fairness, we also adopted different ways in the academic world to assess how we compare candidates fairly with equal opportunity in mind. We also have this virtual avatar that speak different Asian languages, which allows candidates to speak in their own local language, not just English. That's why they can be better in terms of job interview performance because they speak in their mother tongue instead of a second language. In terms of algorithm, we have submitted this patent that basically screen candidate performance according to facial recognition, audio signals, and the speech to text. And through our IELTS psychologist data labeling of the redacted data, we train the AI deep learning model with the annotated video as well as their scores provided by psychologists. That way, our AI model can achieve a de-bias with high accuracy. So right now, we support English, Mandarin, Cantonese, Thai, and other 9 languages. And in terms of competency mapping, this is how we do this. Through natural language processing algorithm, we can identify phrases and keywords from the passage, transcribed from the audio, recorded in the video. And that would be a mapping into our 27 competencies for that definition. Thereby, we will be able to screen industry such as IT, manufacturing, insurance, to property management with job functions like sales, marketing, IT, operation, finance, and supply chain. Our primary focus is on degree level graduate, also non-managerial, and also sales and customer service. And we have adopted by 180 clients, primarily in Southeast Asia, Hong Kong, and mainland China. And we have got a lot of recognition through different organizations, such as the AABI, VivaTech, Manpower Group, People Matters, and the Guangdong HR Association. And we are targeting a market size of 43 billion, in which for APAC and EU, we are expecting a 35 billion market size. And we are compatible and even better than big competitor in the UK and US, because we have ethical AI, patent pending technology for de-bias AI. We also have more support for local Asian languages, and also a wide range of competencies as compared to others. In terms of our go-to-market channel, we partner with SAP, Oracle, and Microsoft for our go-to-market. And we are expecting that we are generating $700,000 to $600,000 US sales in this financial year. In terms of our pricing, we charge in 3 models. First, as MNC, they can buy at the 2,000 quota for $20,000 US. On SAP Store, we are selling at $499 for 50 quota. We now have an API call for video analysis, which costs 30 cents US for Dropbox. So for SAP Store, we are fully integrated with SuccessFactors. And for Dropbox, right now, we have signed with Singdao, Job Market, and Headline. Sorry. We also signed with Procusi, the Hong Kong Science Park, and the Wetlam. The Wetlam Dropbox.
Agnes, sorry to cut you off, but we are nearing our time slot. I just wanted to leave one question, some time available for our question from the audience. So I actually just wanted to ask more on, how you see the role of employers and education section to close the skill gaps that facilitate remote work using Web3. Of course, we want to understand the kind of Web3 element and how that integrates with your business.
Okay. So for Web3, right, basically it has an AI element as well as blockchain and metaverse, right? So all these elements are actually very exciting from the perspective of education. Mm-hmm. We are actually working with a few higher education institutes, including the Chinese University of Hong Kong and the Baptist University of Hong Kong and Ivy. So they are actually exploring different ways for career development for their students. And I would say as employers are moving to the digital space for hiring. Sorry, they have to also follow the technology that the employer is using for equipping their students, so that the students won't be left behind in the adoption of technology in hiring. So that's why higher education are also buying our solution, so that they can train up their students in terms of their IT literacy. And of course, if you're going to online, there can be many things, including learning how to present yourself, learning from the AI avatar. Even the avatar can also teach students different subjects. And of course, with Metaverse, it's a 3D environment. The students will be more interested to participate because it's a fun, you can make it like very fun and engaging. And also because of games and even earning coins and tokens. You know, youngsters really love the experience in the virtual environment.
Noted. Thank you so much, Agnes, for presenting NewFast to us. It's definitely interesting to see, the element of Web3 and how it really can apply within the recruiting space. Looking forward to seeing more innovation within this space. Thank you again for your time, and hopefully we can have you tune in for the other talks as well, and grab a glass of water.
Yeah, this is
great. Thank you. So now we will be moving to the next startup we have for today, which is Pawns.ai. This is a company that is building an AI-powered creator economy in the Web3 space. We have Kelvin Tan with us from Pawns.ai, CEO and co-founder. And I wanted to just leave the floor to Kelvin to really show, Hong Kong and the artist space within the Web3 world. Kelvin, you can take the floor.
Hi, Priyanshi. Thank you all so much for inviting me again to speak here. So we're Pawns.ai. We're an AI-powered, Web3 art tech social marketplace. So we are increasingly working with companies and creators, and I can tell you more about that later. So a little bit of our background. So we are basically incubated by Sequoia China and Hong Kong X Foundation. And we are also currently part of the Hong Kong AI Lab Accelerator Program, which is backed by Alibaba Entrepreneurs Fund and also SenseTime and Hong Kong Science Park. In terms of our AI capabilities, we are also part of the NVIDIA Inception Program for AI startups. And in terms of blockchain, we are built on Flow. I think everyone knows Flow by during these times now. And it's actually one of the most eco-friendly blockchains in the world. And we'll be supporting Polygon and MetaMask pretty soon. And so we're glad to have won some startup competitions that will help us expand globally. And recently, Google Cloud actually invited me to speak on Web3. And so they actually created a digital asset team recently. And so, it really gives a strong encouragement to the entire Web3 industry. And in terms of Alibaba Entrepreneurs Fund, we have had some special exposures there with, at K11 Museum too. And so we really exist now today to help companies get more easily into the Web3 world. If you look at the big scary chasm right there, actually, there have been a lot of NFT scams and technical friction of getting into Web3 and NFTs, and a lot of misunderstandings about the technology too. So we're here to solve this. A lot of the companies that we've met at different events, especially at the K11 Museum show, is that they all want to get into Web3 and NFT space with some meaningful engagements. But then due to these issues, they haven't been able to. So we want to help make it a smooth, safe, and offer them some sort of creative O2O experiences to delight their customers with arts and culture. And so we connect them with companies. We connect companies and creators in Web3. We offer them a safe, fast, and ESG-friendly entry into Web3, but also giving creators the opportunity to work together with companies in marketing and branding, and also getting their works collected so they can more easily have a financially sustainable career with smart contract applications and also resale royalties. And so if you think of the easiest ways for companies to get into Web3, I think we can all agree that to have Web3 mass adoption, companies must be in this space. So one of the easiest ways for them is to offer some corporate gifts. But if you look at the traditional corporate gift market, it creates a lot of physical waste. It doesn't have a lot of personalization and doesn't have a lot of utilities. Everything can be improved with an NFT corporate gift. It's a natural progression to make it an eco-friendly space. And so we really have AI tools for them to create AI personalized NFT gifts for every one of the event attendees or their employees or their customers. And so basically for an event that we've done with HSBC, for example, an event attendee can upload the picture of themselves, maybe a selfie, maybe a pet you love, maybe some memorable photos. Our AI can learn an artistic art style and can turn into an AI personalized collectible. And so, the sky is the limit here. Our AI can really work with different art styles and can really give a very smart, a very fast entry into the Web3 space within a minute. So signing into the crypto wallet with just an email, it's a custodial wallet called Blockto, and then creating your own AI personalized NFT within 10 or 20 seconds. So everything can be done within a minute or two. And these NFTs also, they are not just, a JPEG. These are tokens that can unlock some physical and metaverse experiences, maybe exclusive events, maybe some perks in the physical world, like a case-to-file case that we've worked with HSBC, and also some community membership DAO that are conducted on our platform. And so we really are a platform that gives companies and creators AI tools to create NFTs, personalized to everyone, and also a Web3 club on our app. And so compared to the 242 billion traditional corporate gift market, we offer more personalization, utilities, and zero physical waste. So it's a natural progression. And we are working with a lot of big companies currently, in arts and culture, in real estate, in investment banking, big tech, and so on. And our creators can actually work with these companies in marketing and branding as well. And these companies would also want to tap into their social network with, potentially millions of followers worldwide. And so it's a great, arts and culture, art tech sort of soft power engagement. And so in terms of our differentiation, we have our AI personalized NFT, we have our Web3 Club DAO, and also our digital social marketplace. And we've more than 10x our user growth in 10 months and all organic growth to thousands of users now. And we have hopes to grow in the international market and also mainland. And so happy to explain more.
Thank you, Calvin. Really quick and very detailed pitch. So as you mentioned, you really have a growing user base at the moment. And with NFTs, there's always kind of the element of, the utility behind it. We're moving from just NFTs to just, that NFTs that offer a lot more within the scope in gaming or etc. So in terms of, Pawns.ai, what is, how does your platform offer additional utilities on top of the NFTs?
That's right. So one of which is, for example, if you have an AI personalized NFT ticket, you can actually bring it to a physical store to redeem something in the future, right? Maybe scanning a QR code of your crypto wallet or something like that. That is something that we can do. The other thing would be these NFT gifts can also be a ticket to unlock some metaverse experiences. And so if you think of ticketing in the metaverse, it probably is with NFT as tickets. And also, we've worked with, Case2Fi and HSBC, printing AI personalized NFTs on these cases where you can show off your, NFT to your friends and so on. I think it's quite a meaningful thing. And but if you think of the traditional corporate gift market, really, there hasn't been a lot of personalization, a lot of utility, and it creates a lot of physical waste. So these are the utilities that we give companies the opportunity to work in O2O ways, but also in ESG friendly ways.
And obviously you're based in Hong Kong. What do you think is the kind of future of AI as well as art and NFTs interacting in Hong Kong as well as the APAC region? Do you believe now is the right time, or is there still a bit more of I guess just awareness, evangelization of this kind of concept to still occur?
Oh, absolutely. I think there is a lot of education that needs to be done. And thank you all so much for organizing these events to help educate the public together. 100%. And but I see some places that may be a little bit more Web3 or crypto embracing. And so those areas are probably good places for growth as well. And especially if the government is behind it. But I think we Hong Kong also are increasingly supportive of digital assets. So NFTs, not as scams, but as digital assets, it's really a medium of digital asset ownership. But also for mainland, I think if you look at the Shanghai 14th Five-Year Plan, they also have NFTs and blockchain in their 14th Five-Year Plan, but it's just not crypto related. And so we have hopes to grow there as well. And actually, I'll be having some trade fairs in the mainland. And so we'll be exploring the area very, very soon.
Okay, thank you so much. Definitely interesting to see the developments in this space and beyond as well. Thanks so much for having us, for being with us again today. Hopefully we can have you in our next exhibitions as well. Thanks for listening.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much.
So now we'll be moving to our next company for the day, which is Custonomy, which is a management platform that offers next generation security, allowing crypto enterprise to embrace a new and changing regulatory environment, as well as compliance requirements, and at the same time enable business innovation. So we have Andrea from Custonomy. Andrea, good to have you here today. I will leave you the floor to explain what Custonomy is all about and just give us a bit more information within the changing regulatory environments. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you for your introduction. And well, let me just share my screen.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay,
Great.
here we are. Yeah, thanks. So first of all, thanks for the opportunity to talk about Custonomy and our NFT and crypto custody platform. So right now, recently, a lot of institutions have announced huge investments in Web3. And we believe that this is only the beginning of a rapid mass adoption of a new internet standards among companies, enterprises, and users alike. However, there are still significant problems when both enterprises and users make the leap to this new web standard. Enterprises, in fact, still have to find effective ways to defend themselves from hackers and cyber attacks, or even just internal thefts, while users, especially non-crypto native users, so users that come from Web 2, they still struggle to kind of enter this new concept of creating digital wallets, handling a private key, long seed recovery phrases, for example. So in general, the absence of any intermediaries is something new for the industry, and a end-to-end solution to solve these issues is still lacking. So with this challenge in mind, Custonomy has created a NFT and custody platform to make the lives of enterprises and users alike easier. But first, I'm going to give you a few words of introduction about us. Custonomy was created in Hong Kong here in 2020 by a group of 4 founders with the common passion for blockchain and deep experiences in enterprise IT applications. We have developed a patent pending key management scheme that leverages multi-party computation, MPC. It's a subfield of cryptography that is used actually with different applications, but we found different ways to apply this to key management and custody of digital assets. Our MPC protocol has been awarded by different recognized institutions here in Hong Kong. We have received the IFTA FinTech Award in 2020 and 2021, for example. We are a member of different associations, and in the past 2 years, after completing our seed round, we have also obtained the ISO 27001 standard and the TCSP license to ensure a maximum level of security for our customers and also regulatory compliance. So Custonomy was really created with the objective in mind to make it easy for enterprises and users to engage with this new asset class. And to do that, to achieve this, we have created the first multi-tier key management scheme, which means that we are the only ones that make it possible for enterprises to allow multiple tiers of authorizers to take part in the decision-making process. This is very important because this design allows enterprises to kind of tailor their decision-making process and embed it mathematically in the company's wallet. So it's very important for them, but it's also very flexible, which means that it allows us to kind of face the different challenges of these industries that is very dynamic. So right now, the main challenge is to find ways to make it possible for users to make a smooth transition from Web 2 to Web 3. So this is what we are doing now, and this is how why we created our platform, because custody and key management are very important, but companies and enterprises, they need to find easy ways to onboard customers to these new Web3 standards. So we created ways, thanks to our APIs, for them to create Web3 wallets using a simple social media login, such as Google, for example. So in this way, they don't have to worry about private keys, seed recovery phrases. It's a very smooth social media login that they already can recognize as Web2 users. But on top of that, we have also created an end-to-end solution that allows enterprises, for example, to take care of the full smart contract lifecycle. And also we have integrations with the major NFT marketplaces out there and DeFi applications so that users and enterprises alike, they can seamlessly connect to any type of DeFi application. This is something very disruptive because usually enterprises that do not own any technology, they have to rely on a custodian. And this design is kind of flawed because if the custodian encounters some issues, then all the parties in the chain are affected, including the enterprise and its customers. We have seen a lot of these cases during this bear market. So we wanted to create something disruptive, and we have created a solution that is trustless. Trustless means that every party will have ownership over their assets. So they will keep the ownership without compromising on security. Because thanks to our MPC protocol and our MPC governance, we have designed a solution that allows users to restore the assets and recover the funds in the wallet in case something goes wrong, which can happen sometimes in this space. So this solution is really important because it allows enterprises to tap into this huge market opportunity and reduce their time to market because they can leverage our technology. And at the same time, it allows them to give solutions to their users to engage with Web3 assets in a Web2 fashion. So we really believe that our solution is designed for enterprise and secured by mass, and it will do its part to bring the internet to a new Web3 standard.
Great, thank you, Andrea. I especially liked how you ended with, really providing the solution of Web3 in the fashion of Web2. We are at the kind of, change from the two different types of webs. So it's really interesting to have kind of users being able to easily transition from either side. Exactly. And in terms of custonomy, as you mentioned, you are trying to address, the changing regulatory environments and really just make it easier for your customers to be able to handle this. But itself, as you mentioned, it is changing constantly. So how does custonomy handle this, and in turn, then reiterate the product for your customers?
Thanks for the question. Actually, this is a very important point for us. So we actually welcome regulations. From a business perspective, a regulated environment for us, it's very important because it gives stability to the industry and to us as well as a company. On top of that, we own our own technology, which is something that not everyone does in the space. So we don't have to ask anyone if we need to change the code or if we need to change our software. We are very resilient in this way because if regulations change, then we are able to adapt in a very fast way. Since we own our own technology. So we welcome regulations and we hope that the industry will become more regulated in the future.
Interesting. So that definitely means, you are able to stay at the forefront of any change quite quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
And in terms of, the other kind of MPC wallets that are in the market, how would you say custonomy differs or really stands out?
Yeah, this is again, thank you for the question. It's very important because actually, as you mentioned, there are other MPC providers out there, of course, although there are not a lot of companies that own their own MPC protocol like we do. But I would say the most important difference is that we are able to allow multiple tiers of authorizers to take part in the decision-making process. So basically, companies can set up different thresholds according to the different tiers of authorizers that they might need. And this gives a lot of flexibility and it allows them to really embed mathematically their decision-making process. Other companies usually rely on external policy engines And this is kind of dangerous because policies, they rely on servers. If the servers goes down, then these steps can easily be bypassed. While for us, this is embedded mathematically, which means that this is the way the signature is generated on the blockchain, and there is no way to kind of skip this step. And on top of that, thanks to our MPC, we are able to create different wallets and different according to the different users' access. So basically, in this way, we are able to create a solution that can be used by enterprises to serve their customers, and this creates a lot of price scalability as well. So these are the two main differences.
Understood, very clear. Thank you once again for your time today, Andrea. For those who are also at the in-person venue, please reach out, please come back to the 22nd floor. They are exhibiting in person, so you can have a bit more discussion and carry on the conversation following this pitch. Thanks again, Andrea, and I'll see you around.
Yes,
yep.
You're on.
Right. So next we have Packworks from Philippines. Sorry, my understanding. We have Divot from Hong Kong. They are providing real-time payment linked with loyalty. I will leave you short and sweet for now and let David tell you a bit more in terms of what Divot exactly does and the details behind the product. Hi, David. Nice to have you here today. I will let you leave and start the pitch on your side.
Okay, excellent. Hi, I'm David Yu. I am the co-founder of Divot. Let me just share my screen here. So Divot is creating the world's biggest loyalty community by enabling members to earn miles faster and spend miles easier. Consumers choose payments based on rewards, and research by Experian shows that nearly 60% of consumers select their credit cards based upon rewards, even if it costs them financially. There's no other industry in the world which has capitalized on it more over the past 30 years than airlines. Airlines are now worth more selling credit cards than they are worth selling seats. An airline like Delta, for instance, their valuation is around $25 billion market cap, which is in black in the chart below, and the valuation of their loyalty program is $26 billion. Driven by the fact that they make $7 billion a year selling miles to American Express alone. Because at the end of the day, the only reason why anyone uses an American Express card is for the miles. So we created Divot with a really simple thesis. Can airline loyalty be used to sell more than just credit cards? Can it influence how a consumer buys their insurance product? Can it influence where they buy their TV or which brand of TV they buy? So we decided to test it out. And in July this year, we launched the Divot Shop, where consumers can earn miles faster and spend miles easier. We started selling products from Moët Hennessy, and our top product is cases of Dom Perignon, where consumers are earning 3,805 miles for every case they buy. Buy 4 cases and get a free holiday to Taiwan, because we're offering members the highest reward rate in Hong Kong. 1 mile for every 2 Hong Kong dollars spent, which is equivalent to around 4 miles for every $1 spent. We give members a simple, fast, and rewarding experience. They simply pay with FPS, they earn instant miles rewards from Divot, and all new Divot members earn 500 bonus miles when they sign up. Divot members can also spend their miles for instant savings. And most importantly, we partnered with Cathay Pacific to engage 12 million frequent flyers. We are the only payment platform where Asia Miles members can both earn and spend miles with our simple and instant one-for-one conversion between Asia Miles and Divot Miles. So what do we do for businesses? We give consumer brands cost-effective direct sales. The average consumer brand spends over 40% of gross transaction value on wholesale discounts. For the brands which sell direct to consumers, they're still spending over 20% of gross transaction value on promotions, on customer acquisition, and on payments. Divot, on the other hand, accesses 12 million frequent flyers, the most valuable customer database in Hong Kong, for just 5.5%, despite offering Hong Kong's highest reward rate of 1 mile for every 2 Hong Kong dollars spent. The way we do this is we save 2 to 3% of GTV by accepting FPS only. Locally in Hong Kong, there's over 1 million FPS transactions a day, 10 million unique accounts. All you need is a local bank account and you can pay with FPS. Already there's 3 times the volume on FPS payments versus credit cards. Not only do we do this on our own platform, we can help any consumer business save on their payments as well and engage 12 million frequent flyers. And we do this by integrating FPS by Divot into online checkouts, in-store checkouts, and mobile apps. Lastly, our team can execute our strategy with strong backgrounds in banking, insurance, payments, gaming, and lending. And most importantly, we've got a world-class advisory board to grow our business internationally in partnership with leading airlines. Our advisory board includes the former CEOs of IAG Loyalty, Gavin Halliday, and the former MD of Lufthansa Miles & More, Harold DeProz. By linking secure, low-cost real-time payments with miles, Divot does 2 things. Number 1, we help consumers earn miles faster and spend miles easier. And number 2, we help consumer brands engage millions of customers cost-effectively, accessing the world's most valuable customer databases. So that's it. I'm open to questions now.
Thank you, David. I definitely think the target towards miles is really interesting. I probably have some lying around in some of my accounts anyways. So it's always good to see this being targeted. I actually wanted to just ask more on that on its own. So obviously miles, they have, it's always unused. People don't even know they have them at some point. It's a very confusing, aspect of the airline business. So why target airline miles?
At the end of the day, airlines control the most valuable customer database in each region. By partnering with Cathay, we get access to virtually all the mass affluent customers in the GBA. And if we partner with Qantas, it would be the same thing in Australia, with IAG in the UK as well. And what we've gone to the airlines with is a very unique model where we share the upside with our airline partners and really help them monetize their customer base and turn their miles and their loyalty into a more functional currency. So it's easy for customers to earn and spend miles. And then they can use this to direct where consumers make their purchases, which brands they buy, and really opening up the ecosystem to other consumer brands.
Okay, definitely. So it's essentially kind of an avenue into this really loyal customer base.
Absolutely. By giving these customers something that they value most. Typically those customers won't blink an eye at a 5 to 10% discount. But if you give 5% back in miles, that's already the best reward rate. And next week, we're actually launching a promotion where we'll offer 1 mile for every 1 Hong Kong dollar spent. And that's effectively the same as a 10% discount, but the impact on customer decision-making is so much more powerful.
No, of course, that's quite interesting in terms of the positioning as well. And in terms of Divot, what do you see in 5 years in terms of what it does working with airlines or just the airline industry as well? Where do you see it going? And it might be a bit of a futuristic question, but just want to get a bit of your color on what you see.
Yeah, no, we've got an aggressive growth strategy. Our business model is to partner with global airlines. We've been in discussions with airlines in 3 continents for the past 12 months. So Hong Kong's really our proof of concept. We want to prove it out here with Cathay and then roll it out in other continents. What's supporting that, besides airline partnerships and our unique upside sharing, is the fact that 60 countries around the world have all launched real-time payments in the last 5 to 10 years. And what we're doing is helping businesses move over their customers from paying with credit cards to paying with real-time bank payments instead.
Okay, understood. Very interesting. Well, thank you so much for your time today, David. It was a pleasure to have you and better understanding as well about Divot. Hopefully our attendees as well are now going back to check on their miles to see if they can use out of them. So yeah, again, happy to have you here, and hopefully you can tune in for the rest of the talks for the rest of the day.
Thanks very much, Priyanshi. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Now moving on, we have a very interesting startup with a slight NGO or ESG angle as well. So we have Packworks all the way from Philippines. With us, we have Bing Tan, who will tell us a bit more about how Packworks started off as a solution for multinational companies to really connect in Philippines to connect with their neighborhood, stores, and now has transformed in a way to really bring poverty for the millions out of Sari stores to owners across the country. Bing, I will let you explain a bit more about Packworks and its mission and vision. Leaving you the floor.
All right, thank you everyone for having me. I will be sharing my screen right now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can, Bing.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I am Bing Tan, calling from the Philippines. So I'm part of Packworks. So I'm about to present to you a quick brief about Packworks, just to share with you. Below are some of the early seed round funders of Packworks. No? So what is our purpose? The purpose of Packworks, we intend to grow. We grow when our nanaypreneurs grow. In the Philippines, moms are called nanays, and most of these stores are actually manned by the mothers of the household. No, essentially, sari-sari stores are in every corner of the Philippines, similar to the warungs of Indonesia, and we're here to help them transform their challenges into opportunities, hoping to help them advance in life. What we do is we provide them with a built-for-ease, scalable, and data-driven business platform. I'll tell you more about this. But a little bit about us. We are a 5-year-old company. And when in 2019, we approached a brand principal, Unilever, we were creating a business solution for them, providing a POS platform, stores that they were reaching. For the longest time, they could not roll anything out because they've always failed. So when we worked together with them on the first year, we got into 220 stores. Where you talk to me right now in 2022, we are in a total of about 170,000 stores. We are on track of hitting 250,000 stores by the end of the year. No? So just wanted to give you an idea first. The market that we're tackling is very focused on the CPG industry of Asia, or it's also known as FMCG, fast-moving consumer goods. In Southeast Asia, this industry is about $300 billion in size, and roughly 1/3 of these goods pass through the stores, similar to the sari-sari stores that we're reaching. No? Just to share with you, Packworks, we intend to use the Philippines as our beachhead market. This industry is about $50 billion in size. Okay. So what is the problem? I wanted to highlight that we have a two-sided problem here. Micro stores, or the sari-sari stores that we serve, primarily are still manual. Basically, when the entrepreneur is sick, the whole store has to close, right? Additionally, in the Philippines, aside from the 75% that are being run by women, 95% of them are also unbanked. So we're slowly helping them provide a solution for their business and also to integrate financial solutions for them. No. On the other side of the coin, Cbg Brands, as I mentioned, CPG in the Philippines is about $50 billion. These brands grow about 5 to 8% per annum. So if you don't know where 1/3 of your goods are going, you have a problem with distribution and supply chain, which is pretty much being felt by everyone in the world today. No? So these were the two things that we were tackling. So what is it that we ended up doing? We entered these stores with a POS platform, but together with that is really a full suite of business solutions. We essentially have an accounting module, inventory management system, delivery man apps, salesman apps. So what we did was actually provide them a simplified ERP solution that will help them manage their entire business. And during the pandemic, a third-party study was made by one of our principals. And essentially, we were able to prove that for the stores that use our app, they were able to increase their brand sales by 51% compared to the stores who do not use the app. So we essentially found a good product market fit. So what is the solution? I think half of it is just technology. The other half is really strategy. We, in the Philippines, of 110 million people, there are about 1.3 million sari-sari stores. That's a ratio of about 1 to every 100. So what we do is we enter a community and look for the largest store. We call them the megastore. The megastore is who we provide the ERP solution for. But together with that, we work together with them to identify the small stores that they reach, in effect, also providing a digital platform for them. With this solution, we create loyalty programs, we create reordering platforms for them. In the end, we get to consolidate all of that data on the cloud. Once we do this, this is something that we work with the big brands so that we can target and increase their sales to the doors that they're serving, the mega stores. So these are just some of the testimonials. I think it's always powerful to show how some people's testimonials using our app have come to find benefit in what we're creating and what we've built. So essentially, we created something that provided more time for them and allowed them to work more efficiently. So as I mentioned, where you talk to us today, we are in 170,000 stores of the 1.3 million total that we intend to target. As you can see, we are located and working with stores scattered across the entire country. So we are I think we are one of the few non-FMCG companies that have this breadth. We're very evenly distributed across the entire country. So what is our plan? Our plan, as I mentioned, is to target about 220 to 250,000 stores by the end of the year. In fact, we have another 200,000 stores in signed contracts with the clients that we're currently working with. Our goal is to hit about 50% of this market, or 550,000 by the end of 2023. And hopefully we want to expand in Indochina by 2024. This is more a function of focus rather than opportunity. In fact, a couple of the brands that we're working with are already interested in bringing us to the other countries in Southeast Asia. So last slide, founders, just to give you a background. As I mentioned, aside from the solutions and the strategy, I believe that we as founders have a great synergy as well. I, Bing Tan, have been in software for the past 20 years. Hubert, on the other hand, has had deep experience rolling out FMCG goods in the country. In fact, he was the one that led the digital transformation of a conglomerate that is currently a billion-dollar company in revenue today. And thirdly, but not least, Iba Bernardo has always been in the impact technology sector. He has always created impact-driven solutions for sari-sari stores. In fact, he has been at this game since 2012. So together, our list of experiences essentially is putting all of our experiences together and finding the right approach in targeting this market. So with that, that is my pitch deck. I'm open to questions.
Thank you, Bing, for giving a bit of color on Packworks. I absolutely love the mission behind it in terms of really revolutionizing and disrupting the sari-sari industry. And I know, every APAC has their own version of neighborhood stores and sari-sari shops as well. So it's good to see the expansion plans are there to, move this kind of disruption in other spaces. Obviously, the spaces are quite traditional. When you talk about sari-sari stores, they are technically still on, most of them are in the pen and paper method. So how have you had the response to this kind of product within, the sari-sari store owners? Have you had any pushback, or do you envision any pushback in other regions when you're moving and expanding?
I think in today's world, it's more a function of inflection point. Technology has been so pervasive, so are mobile phones, right? So more people are actually looking for solutions rather than shying away from technology. So when we reached our first 100,000 doors, it was actually not a problem. In fact, they were waiting for it. It was about time that the solution came. So, but I do agree. I'm sure that when we start hitting the 20, 30, or 40% mark, we will start finding these challenges. But at the end, I think what's important is to show them that we're building an ecosystem here. This ecosystem is driven to be the fabric of the entire supply chain industry in the Philippines. Why is that a good angle? It is because our intention is to help them create more orders for their business. In the end, we're connecting small stores to big stores. This creates more demand for the big stores, and the big stores going up the distributor chain, right? And so in the end, if you can prove a solution that can increase their sales, I think that is a very powerful strategy and philosophy and mission. No? You're helping everyone increase their livelihoods.
Of course, yeah, it definitely shows that you're adding value, not at the sorry level, but also adding value along the top of the food chain as well, which can keep the cycle going and replicated in other industries.
Yes, that's correct. And
Perfect.
as you've noticed, I never talked about any warehousing. I never talked about any logistics because we are not. We are simply the digital fabric that sits on top of this existing network. So we're already empowering the believers, so to speak, right? They're the entrepreneurs. We want to help them make their work easier.
Understood, very clear. Well, thank you so much, Bing, for your time today and giving a really clear understanding of this kind of product, as well as being able to shine a light on the revolution that's happening within Philippines in terms of the sorry stores. I do hope to see similar happening in other APAC regions as well, and really bringing the economy as a whole together upstairs.
Super. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
All right.
So now we're moving to our second final pitch of the day. We have Arthur Lai from Jewel Foundation. So Jewel is a company that helps really embody the act to earn element of Web3 space. So they help users turn their efforts into token as a monthly income. So Arthur, I wanted to leave you the pitch and really explain what Jewel is all about. So I'll leave you the floor. Feel free to share any of your slides and use them to explain.
Okay, thank you, Priyanshi. Let me share my screen first. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good day. And thank you, W Hub, for organizing this and having us here. We are Jewel. Act to earn is our slogan. In other words, we help people generate an income by making good efforts. So today I'm going to introduce one of our key products, Community Wallet. It is a digital wallet built on the blockchain. This is our web address. You don't need to download any mobile app because it's just on the internet. So what do we do? This is our mission. We just want to alleviate poverty, pure and simple. The problem that we want to tackle is simple. Grassroots families worldwide are struggling financially. And with the super high inflation, there seems to be no way out. So we want to offer a solution. We create a token called Jewel, and you can exchange it for Hong Kong dollar or Bitcoin. Community Wallet. It is a payment network and reward network combined together. So in essence, this is what we do. We want to generate income by consolidating small spending powers in the communities. In terms of reward program, this is a typical one in the Hong Kong market, hosted by the PARKnSHOP supermarket group. It's called Money Bag. In essence, you spend Hong Kong dollars in merchants to earn points, and then you can spend the points. Similarly, this is another big camp under the Welcome supermarket group. Again, most of the merchants are somehow related to the host group, such as PARKnSHOP or Welcome. If you are a small shop, the chance of you letting in is quite slim. So we have an opportunity here. How is the Jewel Community Wallet different from these programs? These are the main points. It is co-owned. So in essence, the wallet can actually make you money because most of the fees are given back to the user community. This is one. This is decentralized. We rely upon the users to teach other users and bring on merchants. Therefore, any merchants can join the ecosystem. And this is Web3. We transact in Jewel token, not in Hong Kong dollar. So this is a major difference. This is our core business model. So whenever a user spends Jewel token in a merchant, the merchant will contribute 2% transaction fees, just like they would with a Visa card. Within this 2%, majority will be given back to the community with this formula. First of all, 10% will be donated to an NGO nominated by the user. So there's a social element here. And then 10% will be given to the merchant's teacher. In other words, whoever taught the merchant to use the Jewel wallet will share the benefits of this transaction. And then the chunk of the transaction fees, 60%, will be given to the teacher of the user himself. So, and finally, 20% will be retained for system development. So from this core business model, you can see that there are two ways for a normal user to generate an income. The green part is to merchant, the orange part is the consumers. If you teach merchants how to use the platform, you earn 1/10 of all the transaction fees. Okay, simple. The second way, you teach individuals as consumers. So you earn 1/5 of all your friends' transaction fees. This is how you generate a monthly income in these rewards. It's a very easy way. How do you actually make a referral? This is the layout of our web wallet. You can see that the design is very simple, it's very easy to use. On the right-hand side, as an invite friend button, you just input your friend's email address and press the button. We hope you can teach your friend how to sign up and onboard. And then in the future, whenever your friend spends in the ecosystem, you will earn part of the transaction fee. This is this business model. This is how you can make an income. Finally, back to our original mission. We want to alleviate poverty together with you. If you are an investor, you can be an early token investor to provide the liquidity and also enjoy the potential upside of the token value. And you can also choose to donate tokens to the NGOs to incentivize social changes. Let's say, for example, you can give out tokens for people to recycle bottles, for example. If you are an NGO, be a beneficiary on the platform to receive our users' donation. And also, we hope we can partner to train your own members to use the platform. This is how we grow the ecosystem together. And if you are interested, please contact us by email like this. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you so much, Arthur, for explaining a bit more about Jewel. Just, understanding, listening to the pitch, I'm a bit curious to know how Jewel is competing within, the other competitive markets. In terms of, credit card programs, for example, how do you differ, or do you say that they are your direct competitors?
Thank you for the question. No, because for a typical credit card program, you either earn reward points or you get 1 or 2% cash rebate. This is a typical credit card program. In essence, the reward comes from your own money. So technically, this is just moving money from your one pocket to another pocket. And in our case, the reward actually comes from your friends' spending. And therefore, there's a possibility to scale up, to make a reward a sizable income for you month by month. And this is the way we are very different from the traditional programs. Remember, this is what we are trying to do. We want to consolidate the small spending powers of individuals to generate a sizable monthly income for our users.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That's a great closing statement to leave to the viewers in order to understand a bit more about Jewel, and hopefully you can get a bit more traction as well into the business and increase your customer base. Thank you again for your time for today, Arthur. I will leave you to go to the next and final startup for the day. We are closing our scale-up track with DigiNation. We will have Kane Dang from DigiNation, which will explain a bit more about what they do, a metaverse portal leading game players into the new decentralized economy domain. So thank you, Kane. We're looking forward to have your pitch to explain a bit more about DigiNation. I will leave you the floor.
Okay, right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you. Okay, just let me share my screen here.
Yeah.
Okay, one moment. Okay, good morning. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. Right. Good morning, everyone. DigiNation is a metaverse project, more like a tool set for the metaverse. And I'm Kane, the CEO of the company. Okay, so let me just give a brief introduction of what we're doing here. Oops. Okay, so there are probably a lot of metaverse projects nowadays since the boom of NFTs last year, and we are probably one of them. We started somewhere last year. Our differentiation factor is we're trying to build the NFTs into the metaverse. So instead of using generic or homogeneous characters, we try to create characters based on NFT. So our metaverse, each NFT that we work with will be a unique character in the space here. So that differentiates us from other projects. So here are some examples. You can see CryptoPunks, our own digital avatars, punchy penguins. So this is the basics of our project Digination. Okay. From the entire last year and to this year, we have worked with over 30 projects that have imported or make their NFTs come to life in the 3D format in our metaverse, from the popular ones, CryptoPunks, to those to some of the new projects. Okay, these are the some examples of the scenes that we have created. We allow NFT projects or NFT or other generally Web3 projects to create a space for themselves in our metaverse as fast as 2 weeks, supporting their NFTs and a scene that can be related to their theme or their art, and given the templates we have. These templates are not only scenes, but they're interactive. They're actually mini games in a sense. So we provide all the work for them, right? One of the examples is Punchy Penguins, as one of the most popular NFT projects. They have a space with us. They have probably thousands of penguins in the space that they have claimed their avatars here. And then they have regular meetings in the virtual space with Digination. And this is what they do on Twitter, and they regularly socialize and promote what we're doing here and some of the penguins. So it's more like a gathering space for them. So this is what we're trying to achieve for the NFT communities. Okay, so in terms of services, we're trying to provide a comprehensive tool set that's from making digital avatars, translating the 2D NFTs to 3D NFTs, build the scenes like what you see just now through our tool sets. And we also allow these pieces to be incorporated in other people's softwares, apps, so that they can make use their metaverse and their NFTs in the 3D formats more smoothly. In addition to that, we help those companies who don't have a software capacity in terms of like a design or scene creation or gamification. We try to provide a whole set of comprehensive services for them to go into the metaverse more easily. So as long as you have an NFT or you are thinking about building an NFT, Digination is somewhere you can start with. Okay, so again, some more examples. What you can see here, this is the real game. This is more the PC end. We also have a mobile version launching this month. It's live now on iOS, it's been tested. Okay, so more things here. These are the real examples of life goals. Compared to our peers, so we provide a more comprehensive range of services with a big focus on the NFTs, because we believe that what diversifies the metaverse is not only the scenes or only the games, but also the characters behind them. So we empower NFTs to become a unique part of any metaverse like ours. So in a nutshell, that's Digination. Okay, so welcome to Digination. And this is what we do and all the social media accounts are here. Okay.
Great, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. Thank you once again for your pitch. I was just wanting to end the last session with a few questions from the audience. Firstly, I wanted to understand, you briefly touched upon the competitive market, but of course there's many different metaverse projects out there. So, how exactly is Digination unique or really stands out from the competitors?
Right. Okay. So one of the most special things here, we work closely with NFT projects. So 90% or even more of the metaverse, we see that they build fantastic scenes. They have their own visions about what the metaverse is going to be. But for us, we rather stay behind as a service provider, where we empower other NFT communities, other creators build their metaverse. So it's not so much about Digination, but we work with other communities to build what they like. So we are more like a service provider. So we are one layer behind. We are more infrastructure. We are more tool set.
Okay, and in terms of helping other service providers build out their own metaverse experiences, do you see a increase in uptake in certain industries who want to enter this space, or is it kind of generally you're seeing a lot of interest coming from different industries?
Right, so very interesting that the interest from the industry shifts a little bit. So last year there was a big boom about NFT, so we have a lot of innovative and pioneer artistic NFT projects that were mainly our customers or clients who want to build something in the metaverse. This is a lot of new ideas during the boom stage. But this year, surprisingly, we see more brands. So as brands, they are probably like a traditional brand, a consumer brand, a filmmaker, some toy maker. So they are trying to organically group their brands, which is something like they're probably selling physically or online, and transform into NFTs. But NFT is a bit dry, so there's a concept. So we work with them to make sure they have a metaverse, they have a space to display their brands and their NFTs in a more interactive world. So there's a shift of our users or clients from the pioneers to the more traditional companies. So we see this is a positive. It means kind of like a mass adoption, but on the institutional levels.
Interesting. Yeah, I can, we've definitely seen headlines come through for big corporates entering, the fashion space as well, fashion, NFTs, etc. So we do see the corporates up and coming within this space. So it's nice to, see it reflected in this angle as well. And in terms of, Digination, where is it going moving forwards in the next, few months or even years? What does the roadmap look like?
Okay, so for last year, we spent a lot of time building the infrastructure and the PC. So it's like integrating with all the blockchain and Web3 technologies to make sure that we have a smooth and a semi-automatic process for making scenes and making NFTs into life. So it is kind of a technical. But this year we realized that to encourage user adoption, we need a mobile version, because a lot of people, those non-crypto generally audiences, they are more used to mobile experiences. So we're trying to build a mobile version. So that will probably be the focus of this year, the remaining of this year, and maybe a little bit the next year. We're trying to get a better Web3 mobile experiences on mobile. So that's what we're trying to focus on, so that we can bring more users to the metaverse and to generally the Web3 space.
Okay, interesting. Thank you so much, Kane. I definitely, look forward to seeing you accomplish the roadmap plans in the future and seeing the disruption continue to happen. Thanks once again for your time today. And that essentially closes the Scaleup track for the past 2 days. We've had amazing, 30 speakers or so come in and speak from different various fields in the Web3 as well as fintech space. So hopefully, we've had some interesting conversations, a few food for thoughts the attendees can, move and think about, as well as learn more about the startups in our SIS website. We have all of their profiles online, and you can always reach out to these companies and get in touch directly as well. We have, while we do have some pitching, we have another 30 or so that are also exhibiting on our SIS website. Thank you once again for all the attendees tuning in, as well as for the startups and their time to present their businesses.